Liverpool have been linked with a 17-year-old Argentinian. There's also interest in Semenyo. And not only that, there's now 5 Champions League spots for the Premier League teams. Let's get into this. It's Team Kopish. We move.
Shout out to Kopish.
Shout out to Kopish, guys.
Keep all the good work
the
up.
2 legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys.
Kopish.
What's going on, people? It's your boy, man like Matt, Team Kopish, not time it's people. It is the morning meetup. Hope everybody is blessed. You got what I'm saying? It's a nice Wednesday. Listen, smash the like button if you haven't already and subscribe and all that good stuff, people. Make sure you do that. Big up everyone in the chat as well. You get me? Hope everyone's blessed. But yeah, man, few things to talk about this morning. Obviously, I'm sure a lot of you guys watched the Champions League yesterday. I still can't believe what Arsenal did to Real Madrid. I can't lie, people. I can't lie. But we're not here to talk about Arsenal. We're here to talk about Liverpool, and let's get straight to it. So, Liverpool today have been linked with a 17-year-old Argentinian from River Plate. I think his name is Franco Mastantuono. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know much about him, chat. I'll be so real. Other than the fact of he's left-footed, he plays in the 10, and not only that, I think he plays on the right wing. It does look like, obviously, since Michael Edwards and Richard Hughes have been involved now since the summer, Liverpool, it does seem like are going to be linked with a lot more, maybe people from South America. Maybe our scouting network will be a bit wider because we do need to find some of them Julian Alvarez's that were previously at River Plate, then obviously went on to Man City. Not only that, you got to look at people like Vinny Jr., who was at I think it was Palmeiras, I believe it was, and then you got Rodrigo, who was at Santos. These are the type of players that Liverpool should be looking at. But how good is he? I don't know. All I know is that he scored 2 goals this season, I believe, 2 in the cup. Some of you may know more about him, way more than me. I don't know if he's any good, but when I saw a couple of clips this morning, and I'll be real, chat, I haven't seen any games of him playing live or anything like that. All I've seen is clips. He does look decent. He does look like a techie kind of baller. I wouldn't say he's explosive with pace, but very good dribbling skills, and he's got a pretty good IQ for a 17-year-old. He reminds me a little bit of, if I could compare him to one player, maybe like a Harvey Elliott with a little bit more pace. I don't know whether you guys would agree with that in the chat. I'm not too sure. Big up Yards. What's going on, Killy? He says, I like him. Big up Kawabena. He says, morning, Matt. Big up Marino. He says, big up. The boy 23 says, Franco is a baller. Mastantuono, I think. Yeah, I think that's how you pronounce it, but I think you don't pronounce the U. Mastantuono. That's how I think you pronounce. I believe that's how you pronounce it. What's this? Big up Leo said he's good. Watched him in the under-20s with Argentina. Okay. So do you guys think he's someone that we should be looking at? Big up John. What's going on, my bro? Big up Theo. He says he's 17, one for the future. It would seem that way because I doubt there's going to be many 17-year-olds that just walk into a Premier League team. Even if you're, you know what I mean? No matter how great you are, there's going to need an adaptation. So I don't even know. I think this could be a signing for the future, though. Big up James. It's so true, though. Clips don't give you the full picture than actually watching the games. That's very, very true, bro. That's what I'm saying. This one for me, I'm not going to sit here and cap and say, yeah, watch games and all that. I haven't. I don't know nothing about him other than the clips that I've seen. You get me? Big up Solo. Morning, my G. Keep doing your thing, big man. Appreciate it, my broski. You know what I'm saying? Yar says we should take a chance on him. Big up John. He says, listen, we need players with balls, man. Too many cowardly players in our team. Take the game by the effing neck, man. Tired of these pretty boy players. Post Arsenal crash out. Big up yourself, John. Big up Anelia. What's going on, Anelia? I'll be honest, I have no idea about them. Yeah, I have no idea about Franco either, Anelia. Trust me. Marina says we need players that can take risks. I agree. what's this? Big up absences. Could Rio be back up to Gakpo next season? It depends, I think, on Rio's development. I think obviously we'll probably find out in pre-season whether he's taken that next step in it. And if he has taken that next step, maybe he can get himself into the rotation. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up Emil. What's going on, my broski? Hope everything's blessed. Big up Tom Little in the chat. What's going on, Tom? He says, thank God Cow isn't talking about transfer news means it actually might happen. Big up Tom, man. What's going on, my bro? Big up HR said, this could be Elliot is sold if we get this player. This is what I'm saying. So just going off the clips and playing style-wise, it does look like he's an Elliot-style player. But is he better than Elliot? Remains to be seen. Remember, he's only 17 years of age. But again, age is just a number when it comes to football players and how good they are. It's about their actual ability. Do you know what I'm saying? We need players with more tech period. The technical level in his team is atrocious. As it is. Big up Marino says Edward's laptop is finally working. We're back, baby. I hear it. But listen, I don't know much about this player. Like I said, all I know is that we've been linked to him this morning. I think due to an Argentinian journalist. So let's see what happens there, and let's see if any more news sort of like breaks throughout the next couple of weeks or months. Because maybe this is a player that we should be looking at, chat. Do you know what I mean? So maybe keep an eye on him, just to see if you guys can watch a couple of games, and see what he's saying. Big up Oscar. He says, big up Matt. Big up yourself, my broski. Big Country says Mastantuono is a real bright prospect. Okay. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far, though. Do you get what I'm saying? Big up Michael. He says, Matt, he's Argentinia's top wonder kid. Okay. Top wonder kid, yeah? All right, then. I hear it still. But yeah, man. That's it regarding Franco. Now, let's move on to another Bournemouth player. So, obviously, as you guys know, we've been linked quite heavily with Dean Huijsen and, obviously, Milos Kerkez. Those two seem to be the two big Bournemouth players that we are looking at. But there's also now, it would seem to be a third player in the mix, and that is Antoine Semenyo. Now, with Semenyo, here's the thing. Pace, power. But is he the right guy to play for Liverpool? Now, he is dynamic. I think this season, let's look at him statistically this season. So this season, Semenyo has 7 goals in the Prem with 5 assists in 30 games. So he's got 12 GA in 30. He's also scored 2 goals in the FA Cup and he's got 1 assist in the FA Cup. So that's 3 GA in 4 in the FA Cup. And he hasn't scored in the EFL. And overall this season, he has 9 goals and 6 assists. So that's 15 GA in 35. You see Semenyo, yeah? He's pace and power, but I feel like he lacks the tech. Don't get me wrong. Like, I know some people might say a little bit of Mane, maybe from the athleticism aspect. But I do feel like Mane was a better dribbler, better decision-making. It's not that Semenyo is poor. It's just that I don't see Semenyo as a starting left winger for Liverpool. Could he be a squad player though, chat? Like, I'll give you an example. If Luis Diaz was to leave, would you guys be happy with Semenyo as a backup to Gakpo? So Semenyo is a completely different player to Gakpo. Do you guys think that could run, or do you guys not think that could run? Let me know in the chat, and I read out what you guys are saying. Whether it's a super chat, normal chat, it don't really matter. You know the vibes I'm on already, so you get me. Big up Yard says, I'm tired of being linked with these players and their Bandulu tech. Mr. Moses says, put Semenyo chat in the bag. Laugh out loud. Yeah, you're not happy, boy. Big up Leo. It said Mane had high football IQ. I agree with that, bro. Big up Freedom. So happy to see Matt's face other than Cal's. Big up Freedom. And he says he's decent, Matt. He's good, but not Liverpool quality. We're Liverpool Football Club, not Swansea FC. I hear it. Big up aka WSM. Yes, squad player. Okay. Big up MK says if Slot decided that Gakpo is his first choice left winger with Diaz, Semenyo would be a wonderful backup to Gakpo. Okay. Big up Perez. He says no. Because all it takes is a few injuries and we're stuck with starting Europa League standard players. Big up Tom Little in the chat. He says, it's a gamble I take. That's a lad who takes risks and beats his man. Pause. I hear it. I do hear it though. Semenyo, one thing I will say, he's very, very direct in one-on-one situations. He doesn't shy away from it. My problem is that is he technically good enough? One thing I will say though, in our front three, we lack dynamism. We do. Because Salah's not the same Salah. We used to have Mane as well. Obviously, when Diaz first came into the club, I mean, Diaz is still dynamic, but when we first got Diaz, and not only that, when Jota first came into the club, Jota wasn't rapid, but he was quick off the mark. Jota had good acceleration, could get away from his man. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Whereas now, Jota can't really do that with all the injuries that he's had. Big up Hassan. What's going on, my broski? Matt doing the stream. We are safe. Come on, my bro. Big up Cal, though. Cal's getting a lot of criticism. People don't want to see Cal in the morning show. Big up Cal. And big up Drift as well. You get me? Big up Abdul was saying like, comment, subscribe, share, respect to all. Trust me. Isn't Semenyo, big up MK says, isn't Semenyo a big Arsenal fan though? To be honest, you see, when it comes to players like supporting other teams, them things that don't really bother me, because a lot of players that I've played over the years have supported other teams. Like, I think, was it Roy Keane on the Overlap admitted that that he was a Spurs fan and everyone was kind of shocked, and I think Gary Neville was like, no, but surely you're a United fan, right? Especially after playing for them. He was like, no, it's just business. Like, I'm a Spurs fan. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So yeah, man. What's this? Tom says Semenyo, Muniz, and Delat wins you. Tom, you gotta stop, bro. It's 11:46, Tom, UK time. What the hell are you drinking at this time, bro? Big up, Tom. Taylor says, "What? I'm just gonna say what happened to Mbappe. Yeah, Mbappe was horrific yesterday. But you know who was just as bad? Vinny Jr. and Rodrigo. They were shocking. Big up Kel Knuckles. He says KDB is Liverpool fan. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, this is true as well. Jamie Carragher's an Everton fan. Wasn't Fowler a Liverpool fan as well? Big up Zakia. Until we don't get a player holding the shirt, I don't believe it, man. Also, contracts ain't sorted. I agree. But there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be happening behind the scenes, though. Because even though we don't trust our board, we can't just assume that they're just going to be sitting there doing nothing for the whole summer. Surely they can't let that happen again and we just get one player like a Chiesa thing. You get me? Big up Uche says, no to Semenyo, keep Diaz and Gakpo competition. We need a striker, left back, centre half, and a defensive midfielder. Here's the thing. Luis Diaz does split opinion, right? And it does look like the reason why Luis Diaz has even been linked away from Liverpool is because he hasn't signed a new deal. And some of his performance have been a little bit inconsistent. However, I do think when you look at other players, other wingers around the league, he's probably up there, you know, as one of the better ones. We can't lie. I think sometimes we just, because he's 28 and we feel like he's not going to get any better, we just feel like we should be just going straight for the best or the next left winger. But for me personally, I'm not kicking Diaz out the door. I do think he's a good player. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to upgrade on Diaz, make sure it's an upgrade. I don't want a sidestep or a downgrade. That's my argument. You know what I'm saying? Tev, try to hype up Rodrigo. No, don't do that, bro. Everyone can have a bite. Listen, that Real Madrid performance yesterday was horrific. It was absolutely horrific. Not one player played well. Not one player. That doesn't take away from that they still got quality plays. They just didn't show it. It happens in football. We know this. And I know everyone wants to crash out because it was Arsenal that beat them as well. You get me? Marino says, if Slot doesn't start Chiesa and Elliott, it's looking bleak for the West Ham game. Yeah, the thing is, obviously we'll get onto that regarding the preview, but I do think we need to make some rotations, because if we don't make rotations, it's a bit techie still. That's what I'm saying. Come on, people, hit the likes and smash the like. Listen, there's over 200 people in the chat. Make sure you smash the like button, people. I would appreciate it. Team Kopish would appreciate that. You get me? So make sure you do that, people, and support the cause. Big Country says we can get 80 mil for Diaz. 80 mil, maybe from Saudi. I think there's different markets. You've got the Saudi market and the European market. You know what I'm saying? Big up Yards, he says, don't worry, my boy, Yamal will turn up tonight. Unlike some man's goat, Mbappe, another chain about to be snatched. You and this flipping Yamal. Don't get me wrong, Yamal's cold, and I expect Yamal to absolutely show out and show up tonight. You get me? Big up Alexander. He says Semenyo is not an injury-prone player. He's just decent. I think he's just decent as well. Emil says, Matt, do you fancy Arsenal chances in the return game? I actually do. I think if Real Madrid get the early goal, Arsenal for the pressure and they may crumble. But if Arsenal get one goal before Real Madrid do anything, I think Real Madrid are out, personally. Saka or Rodrigo, Matt? Is this what we're doing? Because it's based off one performance. Listen, I'm still going to pick Rodrigo. However, Saka's still cold. And if you pick Saka, I don't think it's wrong either. I just think it's who you prefer. Saka, coming back from an injury, put in one hell of a performance yesterday. There's no denying that. And Rodrigo stunk out the gaff. You know what I'm saying? I can be honest. You know what I mean? I ain't deluded, bro. Anelia says, Matt, do you think Madrid could turn the tide or do you think they're out? They can turn it, like I said, but it's going to be, like I said, they have to get an early goal to put pressure on Arsenal, and you may see Arsenal crumble. In fact, dare I say, I think Arsenal will sort of like be hanging on, and it'll be one of them kind of epic games, in my opinion. You get me? Big up James. He says, Saudi want Diaz. I agree. Big up Rick, man. What's going on, my broski? Big up Sean. What's going on, Sean? Get me Bowen, Kirkes, Belaba. I am good. I hear it. This is true. Saka ain't even fit any. That is true, though. It happens. Some players come back from an injury and they're just sensational. And that was one of them performances, considering he's nowhere near fully fit. You have to give him credit, man. You have to give him credit, man. Matt Kopish, let them enjoy their night. We know how this movie ends. I hear it. I hope so. Big up, Mister. Says, what's up, Matt? What's going on, Mister, man? You know them ones. But yeah, man. In regards to Semenyo, me personally, I think it'll be an underwhelming signing. Is he crap? I don't think he's crap. I just think he's decent, and he could be an option off the bench. But there's better options, in my opinion, for the left wing that we could go and get. Another player that I know we're looking at is like Jeremy Gittins. And funny enough, that's a great segue. We got everyone in the arena now. I'm going to be in the Barcelona Dortmund game tonight on my channel on Big Up. So people tune into that. So let's see what Gittins is cooking and Yamal and whatnot. I do think Barca will win, but I want to see what Jeremy Gittins is saying for Dortmund. You get me? Big Up Yards. He says, Arsenal defense will be too strong. PSG or Barcelona will knock them out and say football. I will start to worry if they get past one of those two. Yeah, I hear you. Big up Soren with the first super chat. What's going on, Soren? Big up, Matt. I don't think I've ever spend as much time hinging about transfers. Let's just resign VVD and Mo, then go and get resign VVD and Mo, then go and get Kirkes, Huijsen, Gavaria Reed. Gavaria Reed is quality, by the way, from Feyenoord. Delap and Igor Pichal. I don't know how you pronounce his name. I can't remember who he plays for, Igor. Big up yourself, Soren. Big up each and every time, my broski. I can't remember who he plays for. I genuinely can't remember. Big up absence. Semenyo, Premier League proven though. I hear that. Oh, Mafalu, he plays for Feyenoord as well, just like Gavaria Reed. Okay. Because Gavaria Reed, I think, is cold, by the way. Do you know what I mean? I think he's a good up and coming prospect still. But yeah, also last on the list is the Champions League spots. I believe because Arsenal beat Real Madrid, there's now 5 Champions League spots. So Vincent Anfield has put The Premier League will have 5 Champions League spots for next season, thanks to the joint efforts of every club competing in Europe this season. So UEFA introduced a European performance spot last season ahead of the expanded Champions League format, which rewards leagues for their performances across continental competitions each season. 2 leagues are awarded, and the Premier League has officially received an extra place for the 25-26 with Arsenal's 3-0 win over Real Madrid, sealing the spot. UEFA system rewards leagues by adding up the coefficient points based on performances across their competitions, with wins and draws adding to the league's tally. Despite being knocked out of the Champions League in the last 16, Liverpool more than played their part, having banked 12 bonus points for finishing top of the league phase. Although the season has yet to conclude, England's points tally cannot be caught by rival nations, with Spain currently in course to take second spot, but could still be caught by Italy. It also goes on to say England could have as many as 7 clubs in Europe's Premier competition. The top 5 in the league, the Champions League winners, and the Europa League winners, if they finish outside of 5th in the Premier League. Aston Villa, Man United, or Tottenham could yet take up a spot by winning the Champions League and the Europa if they have not already qualified for their league position. The last point will only pertain to Villa, as Man United and Tottenham are not in the picture to qualify via the league as they sit 13th or 14th. This is kind of mad, you know. I'm not going to lie. 5 Champions League spots. I mean, we did kind of predict that it was going to be that this year. We've obviously, like the article says, have more than played our part. We've obviously got the 12 bonus points and obviously Arsenal winning yesterday. But do you know what that says to me as well now, people? Do you know what I'm already thinking of? Even though I know we're not going to get Isak, Newcastle have a better chance of holding on to Isak more than ever, because they are, if I'm not mistaken, Newcastle are in 5th. I know there's a battle, though, between Newcastle, Man City. So right now, Newcastle in 5th with 53 points. In fact, Newcastle are 4th. Joint 4th with Chelsea on 53. A point behind are Man City in 6th. Aston Villa are 7th. A further 2 points by Newcastle on 51. You've even got Fulham in 8th and 48 points. It's kind of mad, you know. I'll be real. In it, Premier League, Super League, you know. Trust me. It's mad. Big up praise. I'm expecting a lot of Holland players coming to Liverpool. We're going to find out definitely this summer. Is Semenyo homegrown? I think he may be. I know they got him from Bristol. I think he may be a homegrown player, you know, potentially. Potentially. Big up Mr. Moses. He says Newcastle will be 4th after playing Palace. I agree. Big up James. He says Man City in Europa will be a madness. That would definitely hamper Man City if they're in Europa, 100%. It might affect their targets. Do you know what I mean? Absent says, damn, come in first, cooked us, come up against PSG and giving Newcastle a better chance to qualify. No, Isak. Yeah, man, it's crazy. We are Dutch, Paul. What, you lot just think we're going to buy a bunch of Dutch players? I hope that's not the case. Get the right ones, like a Gavaria Reed, who I think is quality. Do you know what I mean? Get the right ones. Don't just be going to buy Dutch players for the sake of it. I don't want to see that. Do you know what I mean? Mafalu says Newcastle will 100% get Champions League. No way Isak will leave them in the summer. I agree. I don't think Isak goes anywhere in the summer, especially if Newcastle win the Champions League. And I do think they're kind of bound to get it now. But it is a fight between them, Aston Villa, and Man City. Do you know what I'm saying? It's a bit techie. It is techie. But there's some big games. Obviously, tonight, you've got PSG versus Aston Villa. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously you got Barcelona versus Dortmund. So the Champions League does continue. Obviously for us, we got our game on Sunday against West Ham. That is a must win. No matter what, I don't care. We better rotate for that game. You get me? If that doesn't get done, then I'm going to be seriously pissed off. But just to kind of go over the news again. So Franco Mastantuono. Or Mastantuono. Yeah, that's it. Or something like that. He's been linked with us. Obviously, there's been so many interest. And not only that, there's now 5 Champions League spots for next season. But they have it for today, people. Obviously, like I said, I'll be back later on today on Big Up. So make sure you're there, people. In fact, let me put the link in the chat for those that don't know. I'll just give you guys the link. Give me 1 second, chat. so you guys can get the link if you want to watch the Barca game with me later on. It should be a good game, in my opinion. Yamal, Jeremy Gittins, Kabasi, you know the thing, you know the vibes. But make sure you tune in, people. You know what I'm saying? Also, as well, Drift is live as well, doing the PSG game, PSG Aston Villa. So make sure you go after Drifty TV as well. So if you could support us both, people, you know how the team roll. You get your two, whether it's a tablet and a phone, support us both. Would really appreciate that. Two big games today, you get me? So make sure you're there, people. Big up Cal as well. I don't know actually. Cal might be going live on his channel later on today. So check out for the notifications. Make sure you subscribe to the Matt One Show. Make sure you subscribe to Drifty TV. The Sanderson Show as well, and make sure you subscribe to Team Kopish, and make sure you like this video, people. What we're doing here, over 300 of you in the chat. Make sure you like the video, people. Let's get the what's this? Matt, answer my question. What's this? What question, bro? What's your question? I don't know. I haven't seen. I'm gonna answer your question, bro. When will Callum's curse end, Matt? Bro, Sean, big up for a super chat. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna end. That's me being so real. I don't even know, fam. I hope it ends soon, bro. Hopefully this summer. What's this? Matt, answer my question. Oh, Mbappe or Yamal? What? Who's better right now, or what? What? I don't know what that means. Mbappe or Yamal? If you're talking about who's done more, then Mbappe. I don't get it. Are we just going to base it off Yamal's having a great season that makes him better than Mbappe? Is that what we're doing? I didn't realize that's what we're doing. I think people are forgetting what Mbappe's done in the game. I know he's had stinkers, but I mean, Mbappe's having a poor season, right? And he got like 30 goals or something. Do you know what I mean? And Yamal's having a way better season. I can admit that. Do you know what I mean? I can definitely admit that. But there needs to be. We need to like. How is Yamal how can Yamal be the GOAT after one season? What are we doing here, chat? Or not chat, but Taylor. I rate Yamal. I think he's one of the coldest ballers on the planet. I think he's already world class, but he can't be the GOAT, and he's not the best. What are we doing? Come on, bro. Come on, man. I'm waiting to see what you know. What actually, if Yamal can do a madness and propel Barca to win the Champions League, I'll have that conversation. But he hasn't done it yet. Do you get what I'm saying? He hasn't done it yet. He hasn't. Come on, man. Who's had a better season for you, though? Who's had a better season? Salah or Yamal? Who's having a better season? Salah or Yamal? Just asking questions. Just asking questions. Big up LFC Network. What's going on, my broski? Big up Matt. The t-shirt wearing is cold. Appreciate it, my broski. Matt, what? This is what I'm saying. Brother, Mbappe's World Cup was ridiculous. I can't even lie. Can't even lie. If it wasn't for flipping Kolo Muani missing that one-on-one, what are we doing? Salah all day. Yamal. Salah by miles. Salah, of course. This is what I'm saying. Man, want to put Yamal on his pedestal way too early. Salah's been stat padding pens. Take away his pens and he's still got more GA than Yamal. That's a horrible conversation to have, right? For you Yamal fanboys. Yamal is cold, chat. We know he's cold. Yamal is literally next in line. But to say that he's the best already? Already? Come on, man. What are we doing here? But anyway, I'm not going to get into that debate. We can have that debate over on my channel when we watch the Barca Dortmund game. You get me? And I think this is it here. Salah is now Yamal's the future. I agree. I agree. Trust me. But people, listen, all banter aside, enough love to each and every one of you. Like I said, I'll be back later on today on my channel. Big up around 10 to 8. I'll be back doing the Barca Dortmund game. The link is already in the chat. In fact, I'll put the link in the chat again, just in case some of you are just joining now. You get me? But yeah, man, bless up. Have a blessed day, rest of the day, people. It's your boy, man like Matt. Team Kopish. I'm out, people. Take care. God bless. We move.